Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the best, if not the best, action actors of all time. And I figure I've seen all the movies. I think I've seen all the movies on this list, minus Maggie. Um, I've even seen the comedy ones like Jingle All the Way or Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. I'm a huge fan of Arnold. I grew up watching his movies. I figure why not do an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie tier list? So, we're going to hop right into this. Aftermath is a newer Arnold movie that was better than I was expecting. I feel like when Arnold stepped away from acting and went the political route, I honestly didn't think that he would ever be back doing movies. And he is. I believe that during his time away, he still did the Expendables and came back for one of the Terminator or two of the Terminator reboots that were kind of dog shit. But this one really wasn't bad. I think Maggie is fairly recent too, and I just haven't had the time to see that one. But Aftermath was pretty good. Batman and Robin, he plays Mr. Freeze in this, and the movie itself, kind of dog shit if you go back and watch it now. If you grew up with it, it's pretty fun. There's a lot of movies like that too. Like there's a movie that people have been kind of talking about again that they grew up with. Mystery Men, I think it is, with like Ben Stiller. And I feel like that's one of those movies that if you watched as a kid, you hold near and dear to your heart. But if you didn't watch it and you try and go watch it like for the first time as an adult, is utter dog shit. And I feel like Batman and Robin's probably going to fall in that same category if you've never seen it and you try and go back and watch it. But it does have Michael Keaton, Arnold. I don't think this is the one with the Riddler as Jim Carrey, but looks like Uma Thurman. I think Danny DeVito is in this one, or maybe Danny DeVito's in the other one I'm thinking of. Regardless, not his best work. I mean, he plays Mr. Freeze well, but the movie just, it's dated. I've seen this movie once, Beretta's Island. I think that's what Beretta's Island. It's pretty mid. Compared to what we have coming up, it's pretty mid. Collateral Damage is fucking great. Amazing. A lot of fun. And I just realized that one of the best movies isn't on this list. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. I thought Predator wasn't on here, and I'm like, wait a minute. But yeah, Collateral Damage, just high volume action. Great movie. Super enjoyable. Commando, another one. Just fucking carnage and ass kickery. And I'm going to say that about a lot of these movies where it's just straight up just ass kicking. Conan the Barbarian, probably one of the best Arnold movies. Just because it's so iconic. Like, he was in peak male performance in that movie. He just fucking has a sword and he's kicking shit and fucking people up and just looking badass. Same with Conan the Destroyer. I mean, look at that fucking physique, man. It's Arnold, right? There's a reason why he is men's physique even still to this day in his age. Like, dude just figured it out. End of Days, actually pretty solid movie. I feel like that was one of the Arnold movies where it wasn't necessarily the same thing that you come to expect. Let me double check on that movie really quick because I want to make sure it's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, action, fantasy, horror. Runs an elite security outfit. Maybe this isn't what I'm thinking it is. I don't think we can watch trailers because you get copywritten. Yeah, I've seen this, and It was pretty dog shit, actually. Not awful. I mean, there's not really many Arnold movies that I would say are F. I mean, maybe Junior. Maybe Red Sonja. Yeah, maybe one of the most recent Terminator was pretty dog shit. Anyways, Eraser, another great one. Just high volume. Just actually, I think Eraser was a really good story too. Yeah, this one has one of the iconic double fisting machine guns, just destroying people. Eraser is a 1996 American action film directed by Chuck Russell. The film tells the story of a U.S. Marshal of WIT-SEC who protects a senior operative testifying about an illegal arms deal and is forced to fight his former alias when one of the players is revealed to be a mole inside Witska. Yeah, I feel like that movie was pretty dope. A lot of fun. Escape. So this was Arnold and Stallone, and they were, I can't remember if they were prisoners who escaped or they were like pros at escaping prisons. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad movie because I did watch this one, I would say, fairly recently. It was cool to see Arnold back. Oh yeah, 50 Cent's in it. Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let's see. Prison action thriller film starring Stallone and Arnold. The first film to pair up Stallone and Schwarzenegger as co-leads. Follows Stallone's character, a lawyer turned prison security tester, who is incarcerated in the world's most secret and secure prison, and recruits fellow inmate Emil Rottenmeier, portrayed by Schwarzenegger, to stage a breakout. The film is the first installment of the Escape Plan film series. Yeah, I mean, the movie was pretty solid. It's not great, but it's solid. Hercules in New York. I actually don't think I saw this. That's like young Arnold. That was when he was doing bodybuilding. I mean, look at his fucking from here to here is just wide. He's a wide boy. I even though I'm a thick boy, I do follow a lot of bodybuilding stuff, and you know, I grew up watching bodybuilding and Arnold, and now it's now there's the Arnold classic of all these fucking crazy physiqued gentlemen, and it's just always crazy to see what he was able to build. Jingle All the Way, even though it's a goofy, silly movie, it's still pretty fun. Junior probably is the worst film on this list. I want to see if the internet agrees with me here. Yeah, 4.7 IMDb, 39 Rotten Tomatoes. It does have the dynamic duo of Arnold and Danny DeVito, which is always good. But I feel like this one was just... I don't even remember this one. The film follows Alex Hess, an Austrian-American scientist who agrees to undergo a male pregnancy from a newly developed drug experiment. Well, you can't make that movie nowadays. I just remember it being really dumb. Killing Gunther, I didn't really care for that movie. Kind of boring, even though it's an action flick. Kindergarten Cop, yeah, this movie's fucking great. It sounds like a dumb idea, but it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger being a fucking action star, trying to basically... I think that he was a school police officer or something like that, and had to take care of a bunch of kindergartners. It's a lot of fun. I don't think I can put it above these. Sorry. I'll take that back. Last Action Hero, though, I definitely can. Last Action Hero is just a fucking movie. You know, it's one of those movies where it's just kick-ass from start to finish like the rest of them. It looks, though, as if this might be a movie that we were talking about earlier, where if you watched it as a kid, actually, this isn't the movie that I think it is. I'm getting this mixed up with... What am I getting this mixed up with? The sixth? No. Where's... Running Man, Total Recall, True Lies, Red Heat. Where the fuck's the one with... maybe I'm definitely getting this one mixed up with something, because I looked at the pictures, and this isn't what I'm thinking of. Am I... I don't know. But yeah, that's not the movie that I think it is. I have seen Last Action Hero, and I did have the game of it, I think, on the Game Boy, which is wild. But moving on. Who cares about that movie when we got the fucking Predator? I've been a fan of the Predator series since I was a kid. I saw Predator maybe a little too young to have watched it, because it is kind of a horror, creepy, scary movie with this creature from outer space just killing people and skinning them. You know, but goddamn is it great. And it has some of the most iconic lines. I think that one has Carl Weathers in it. Just looking like a fucking Chad. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that was who was in that movie. Yeah, Carl Weathers. And then it also had that yoked ass motherfucker too, who tried to charge in. And was that Jesse Ventura? I think that was. Damn. I mean, everyone knows the iconic line, "Get to the chopper." It's still quoted to this day, like regularly. Anytime there's a video game moment or a movie moment where someone's running towards a helicopter, you know someone's gonna chime up. Overall, though, what I was going along with is like I'm pretty invested in the Predator series. I love Predator 1 and 2. I'm a big fan of AVP, even though a lot of people didn't like it. I do think the follow-ups to AVP were kind of dog shit, especially the third one. And I think there might even have been a fourth one that I didn't see. I did like Predators. I think that was the one where they went to like the home planet of the Predators. I think. Anyways, it's a great movie. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Raw Deal, early Arnold, just shooting guns and asking questions later. Red Heat, I actually don't think I've seen this one. I'm not a big fan of Red Sonja. It is in the Conan universe, but just not as good. Sabotage, another just high volume action movie with a lot of fun. Okay, now this is where things get interesting, because I would say Terminator is probably the most iconic role next to Conan. I know Predator might be one of his most popular movies, but I do feel... What the hell is this? Get out of here, game. You look like a Diablo 4. Or 3, or 2. I feel like when you think of Arnold, your mind goes to Terminator. At least for me, it does. And Terminator 2, we're going to do this one first. Terminator 2 might still be, maybe aside from Dune 2, and I'm not trying to be recency biased because I did just see this like 2 or 3 days ago, but Terminator 2 might still be one of the best action movies of all time. And to top it off, we're in the world of AI now, and we're in the world where there might be robots that are going to be living in our homes doing day-to-day chores, and Skynet may be right around the corner. So It only makes these movies more relevant. But where I'm going with Terminator 2 is I think Terminator 2 is the best of the franchise, and I don't think that is a unique or unpopular opinion. Terminator 1 is obviously right up there with it. You know, he's actually the spoilers. If you live under a fucking rock, in the first Terminator, Arnold is the Terminator who got sent back to kill John Connor before he pretty much becomes like the human who stops Skynet. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this right. And then in T2, they send back. I think it's the same one that they sent. So Skynet sent the first Terminator. It wasn't even to kill John Connor. It was to kill John Connor's mother, who's in T2. And then in the first one, they send back some guy, and I can't remember if he was a robot or just some guy, to stop Arnold. And then Terminator 2, the good guys, not Skynet, send back Arnold to protect John Connor from the T-1000, I think that, or T-1000, who Skynet sends to kill John Connor. A little convoluted. I'm sorry if I did that wrong. And then Terminator 3, which isn't nearly as good as the other two, sad. It's still good, but it's not A tier at all. Kindergarten Cop. I really want to put Kindergarten Cop at A, but probably not going to. And then Terminator 3, they send back Arnold to stop the other Terminator who went back in time to go after, I think, Sarah Connor again. Or people who are like in the higher ups of the good guys. I don't remember T3 as much. Sadly, they made these two. They made one after T3 that was like in the future with John Connor. Didn't have Arnold in it. And it was actually pretty entertaining. Just not that great. Where it was like the actual war between the robots and humans. And then they made these two movies that just didn't really pan out. I would put both of them at C. I put them both at C just because, I mean, I love stuff from that universe. I think the Terminator universe is fucking sick. But just not that great of movies. The Sixth Day is... Let me pull up here because I just don't want to... I want to misunderstand the sixth, which one this was. This was 2000. American science fiction action film directed by Roger Spotswoody, starring Arnold Tony. Okay, I don't care about who's in it necessarily. We know Arnold's in it. In this film, a family man of the future is illegally cloned. Yeah. This one's great. By accident as part of a vast conspiracy involving a shady billionaire businessman, and is thrust into a struggle to clear his name and protect his family from the conspirators who seek to keep the cloning a secret. The title refers to the... Ooh. That's a lot. The title, The Sixth Day, where God created mankind on the sixth day. The film was Terry Crews's acting debut. Arnold received a salary of $25 million. Oh yeah, in 2015, that's where the movie takes place, which is hilarious. We're past that now. Animal cloning has become routine following the success of Dolly the Sheep's cloning, but human cloning is prohibited by so-called sixth-day laws after a failed attempt. Yeah, I fucking liked this movie. I thought, and it has some relevancy in today's day and age too, if you dig into weird cloning ideas. All right, The Expendables. These are weird movies to rate, especially in an Arnold tier list, because I don't really... I've seen all the Expendables. They're fun action movies. I mean, you got You just get all the badasses together and you make some badass shit happen. I wouldn't say that they're well written or, you know, let's give them Oscar movies, but they're fun. But Arnold's not the main star in them, obviously. I mean, you got a cast of 12 or 8. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 people in the first one, and then I think it goes more and more into the second and third one. But I don't even think Arnold really plays a role in the first one. I think he's just in it. I would put the Expendables 1. I think I might just put all of them at B, because they're pretty B movies. Like, I'm not running to the movie theaters if they announce Expendables 4, but if it comes on cable or a streaming platform, I would definitely watch it on a night chilling, like nothing big. Iron Mask, I definitely have not seen, and I don't know what that movie is. The Last Stand, I could do without that movie. It's all right. Running Man, this was a great 80s action. A lot of fun. Total Recall, hell yeah, brother. Total Recall is the shit. And I know they've remade it and it wasn't bad, but the original is just fucking good-ass sci-fi. A lot of fun. Titra, if you know, you know. Titra, sorry. True Lies is... Ooh. Yeah, we'll go A. True Lies is fantastic. Let me give you guys the synopsis of True Lies here. Let's see here. James Cameron movie. The film stars Arnold as Harry Tasker, a U.S. government agent who struggles to balance his double life as a spy with his family duties. Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, Bill Paxton, Art Malik, and Tia whatever supporting roles. True Lies was the first lie. Okay. Well, I guess they aren't going to give the actual synopsis in the movie. Oh, wait, here we go. A fearless, global, trotting, terrorist battling secret agent has his life turned upside down when he discovers his wife might be having an affair with a used car salesman while terrorists smuggle nuclear warheads into the United States. Yeah. Double down on the drama. All right. And Twins. You gotta watch Twins at least once. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito are twins in the movie, and it is hilarious because of how it's just polar opposites they are. And it's great because as I'm recording this, yesterday was the Oscars, and Arnold and Danny DeVito gave out an award standing next to each other all these years later, looking like distinguished old gentlemen. But yeah, this is my Arnold Schwarzenegger movie tier list. I assume people are going to have issues with it because, you know, they always do. But I think this is also how I would rate. I'd actually probably put Total Recall there. This is probably how I would rate my top 5. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Let's look at community rank if there are any. Putting Twins at an outstanding is outrageous, but more power to you. 6 Day up there is fine. Running Man up there is fine. The Last Stand, I didn't really care for, but that's fine. T3 as awesome as a little... Last Act Expendables. Junior is not a good movie, but that's fine. Meh. Yeah, that's fair. Awful. Conan the Barbarian is not awful, and neither is Collateral Damage. You guys are crazy. Crazy. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next week on the next tier list. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.